Welcome to our lesson on a fundamental concept in geometry. Corresponding parts of congruent triangles are congruent, which is often shortened to CPCTC. Let's dive in and understand what this powerful rule means. First, let's define congruent triangles. In simple terms, they are clones of each other. They have the exact same size and the exact same shape. This means that if you could pick one up, it would fit perfectly on top of the other one. All three sides have the same length, and all three angles have the same measurement. When we say two triangles are congruent, the order in which we name them is very important. If we state that triangle ABC is congruent to triangle DEF, this tells us which sides match up. The side AB corresponds to side DE, side BC corresponds to side EF, and side CA corresponds to side FD. The same rule applies to the angles. The congruent statement, triangle ABC is congruent to triangle DEF, also tells us which angles are equal. Angle A corresponds to angle D, angle B corresponds to angle E, and angle C corresponds to angle F. The order is the key to matching them up correctly. Now we get to the main idea. CPCTC, this is an abbreviation for the rule, corresponding parts of congruent triangles are congruent. It's a bit of a mouthful, but it's a very logical and powerful statement. Let's break down what it means for our geometry problems. So, why is this rule so important? Before you prove that two triangles are congruent, you might only know that a few of their parts are equal. But once you have proven the triangles are congruent, CPCTC acts like a key. It unlocks the fact that all the other corresponding parts must also be equal. This allows you to find unknown side lengths or angle measures. Let's walk through an example. In this diagram, we are given that M is the midpoint of the line segment AB. We are also told that side AM is congruent to side DM, and that side CM is congruent to side BM. Our goal is to prove that angle C is congruent to angle B. We can build a proof. We already know from the given information that two pairs of sides are congruent. We can also see that the angles at MC and DMB are vertical angles. A property of vertical angles is that they are always congruent. Therefore, we have enough information to state that triangle at MC is congruent to triangle DMB because of the side angle side, or SAS, postulate. Now that we've proven the triangles are congruent, we can use our new tool. We wanted to prove that angle C is congruent to angle B. Since these are corresponding angles in the two congruent triangles, we can now state with certainty that they are congruent. The reason? CPCTC, corresponding parts of congruent triangles are congruent. To recap, the process is straightforward. First, you must prove that two triangles are congruent using one of the main postulates, like side-side-side, side-angle-side, or angle-side-angle. Second, use the congruent statement to identify the corresponding parts. Finally, you can use CPCTC as your official reason to show that any of those corresponding parts are also congruent.
If you like this video, hit that like button and don't forget to subscribe. Visit codelucky.com for more such useful content.